The wholesome charm, unbreakable friendship, and idyllic family life of Joanna and Chip Gaines make them adored by the public. Fans were therefore shocked to learn that Chip Gaines had received a life sentence. How could the endearing handyman have ended up in prison? Was it a long-kept secret, a covert scandal, or something far more startling? Prepare yourself, because what we discovered will make you re-evaluate everything you believe to be true. Two people who would become one of America's most adored couples were quietly brought together by fate in Waco, Texas, in 2001. Chip Gaines just so happened to stop by his roommate's neighborhood car dealership. He initially noticed a picture of Joanna Stevens, the store owner's daughter, there. Chip was instantly captivated by her photo and resolved to see her face to face. Joanna worked at her father's tire shop at the time, occasionally lending a hand with the family business. Chip and she clicked right away when they finally met in person, despite a few bumps in the road. Despite being unforgettable, their first date did not start off well. Chip arrived 1.5 hours late. After such a lengthy wait, most people would have left, but Joanna gave him a chance. As it happened, the anxiety was soon reduced by his easygoing demeanor and sincere appeal. He made her laugh, and his self-assured demeanor stuck with her. Their first outing, despite the rough beginning, ignited a special bond between them that they both thought was worthwhile to pursue. But soon after, life threw a curveball. Their plans were delayed when Joanna had to have back surgery before they could go on a second date, but their developing relationship was unaffected by this unanticipated setback. Rather, it put it to the test and eventually made it stronger. As they continued to communicate, their affections for one another only deepened. Appreciated Joanna's fortitude and tenacity, and Joanna was moved by Chip's constant care and generosity. In addition to romantic attraction, their love grew out of respect for one another and support for one another through a trying time. They discovered that they were a perfect match as their relationship developed. Chip's impulsive and adventurous personality was counterbalanced by Joanna's serene and contemplative demeanor. Together, they envisioned creating not only a life but a creative and purposeful collaboration. They exchanged vows in Waco, their hometown, on May 31, 2003. They made a commitment to go through life together, surrounded by friends and family. Chip and Joanna have developed together since that day. Not only as a couple, but also as public celebrities and business partners. Fans all throughout the world are still motivated by their love story, which was forged via a fortuitous encounter and bolstered by obstacles. They serve as a monument to the strength of love as well as the meaning of creating a life based on unbreakable trust and common goals. Let's now examine their professional trajectories and find out what genuinely piqued their interest. What were their motivations? And what aspirations they sought? Chip and Joanna Gaines were just two ambitious people on rather separate roads before they became well known. Chip began his career as a collegiate baseball player and is constantly bursting with ideas and enthusiasm. He studied business and played on the squad while he was a student at Baylor University. When he discovered the possibilities in purchasing, renovating, and selling homes, his interest in athletics changed to real estate. His early forays into property flipping demonstrated a knack for transforming dilapidated homes into living areas that are worth more. Chip had already flipped over 100 homes by the time he wed Joanna in 2003. His love of remodeling and taking chances set the stage for a far more ambitious adventure. Joanna, however, went on to earn a communications degree. She initially pursued a career in radio and television. She worked in local media for a while and dreamed of becoming a broadcast journalist. But as she got more involved with Chip's real estate initiatives, her interests started to change. Naturally, Joanna took on the job of designer for the houses they were remodeling together because she had a keen sense of style and an innate ability to create stunning, useful interiors. What started off as sporadic assistance evolved into a full-time collaborative effort. Together, their skills created something unique. Oversaw the structural aspect of renovations, handling both the actual work and the larger alterations. Joanna concentrated on the interiors, infusing each project with coziness, charm, and careful attention to detail. They immediately became well known in their neighborhood for their distinctive aesthetic and capacity to revitalize older houses. To share their efforts and experiences, Joanna launched a blog. Producers at HGTV soon took notice of their work when her posts gained a huge following. The couple's television program, Fixer Upper, debuted in 2013. The show followed them as they assisted customers in purchasing houses that need significant remodeling and then turned them into their ideal homes. The couple's chemistry, their grounded demeanor, and the rustic modern style captivated audiences across. It became the hallmark of their brand. Fixer Upper had 5 seasons of success. Every episode highlighted the couple's lighthearted bond and genuine connection with their clients in addition to the striking home makeovers. Their aspirations expanded in tandem with their growing popularity. They took a short hiatus from television after the original show concluded in order to concentrate on their family and business endeavors. Later, they made a comeback with fresh programming on the Magnolia Network, which included multiple spin-off shows and a Fixer Upper holiday reprise. Magnolia, their expanding empire, served as the hub for all of their commercial and artistic endeavors. Magnolia Market, which is situated in Waco's Silos, has grown to be a popular tourist attraction. The location has event spaces, food trucks, gardens, a bakery, and retail establishments. Hearth in Hand with Magnolia, their product line, was introduced at Target and quickly gained popularity across the country. They also started distributing books and publishing a magazine that reflected their principles and way of life. You wouldn't believe how they built it, but they did it together, no matter what. Their collaboration transformed basic fixer-uppers into an enterprise that won over millions of hearts, propelling them from modest beginnings to national prominence. Many of their endeavors were built around their brand, Magnolia. What started out as a few real estate flips quickly evolved into numerous collaborative initiatives in the retail, hospitality, and media sectors. Magnolia Market in the Silos in Waco, Texas, was their first significant expansion. This place developed into a popular tourist destination that draws tourists from all over the world. Along with food trucks, a bakery, garden areas, and a sizable lawn that welcomes guests to unwind and take in the Magnolia experience, the market also has a retail area filled with Joanna curated home items and decor. They continued after that. Magnolia Press, a coffee business featuring Joanna's distinctive design aesthetic, swiftly gained popularity among both residents and visitors. Magnolia Table, a restaurant serving traditional dishes prepared using regional ingredients, helped them reach a wider audience. Their storytelling skills increased along with their presence. They started Magnolia Journal, a quarterly publication with recipes, lifestyle articles, and introspective pieces influenced by their ideals and way of life. Hotel 1928, a comprehensive restoration of a historic structure in downtown Waco, is one of their most recent and striking projects. The area was totally converted into a boutique hotel by them, combining contemporary elegance with historical charm. Fans may get a preview of the scope and intricacy of their most recent challenge by watching their new program, Fixer Upper, the Hotel, which documents this enormous undertaking. It also demonstrates their capacity to develop their brand while adhering to their foundation in narrative and design. In addition to their entrepreneurial endeavors, Chip and Joanna are co-authors of multiple books. These consist of design manuals, children's books, and memoirs. They have been able to convey their philosophy on life, family, and hard work, as well as reflect on their path, by writing together. They are still Magnolia's co-leaders, sharing responsibility for determining the company's course. Chip and Joanna continue to play a significant role in the strategic and creative elements of their company, making sure that their individuality is reflected in everything they create. Wait a minute, even though their life seems picture perfect and you may be thinking how fortunate they are, they have encountered their share of obstacles in the background, just like any other regular person. Let's discuss their internal, frequently concealed family dynamics as parents and a couple. Drake, Ella, Duke, Emmy, and crew are Chip and Joanna's 5 proud children. As of 2024, their youngest crew member is only 6 years old, while their eldest kid, Drake, is 20. Having children of such a diverse age range has a special set of difficulties. They have gone through all the highs and lows of parenting a big family, from managing teenage emotions to the sleepless nights of rearing a toddler. In interviews and on social media, Joanna frequently offers snippets of their family life, reflecting on how fast their kids are maturing and how each one adds something unique to the family dynamic. Chip and Joanna have always put their family first, even in the face of their stardom. Away from the bustle of Hollywood, they have deliberately chosen to raise their kids in Waco, Texas. However, the spotlight continues to follow them even in Waco. Public interest in their family increased along with their popularity. This has sparked some online discussion, particularly on sites like Reddit, where both admirers and detractors make assumptions about their private lives. Although there are many great aspects to it, others argue that juggling such prominent occupations with marriage and children must present unique challenges. Furthermore, it's easy to understand that being in the spotlight can occasionally exacerbate personal issues. Joanna commented on how her marriage has evolved over time in an emotional interview in 2023. "Chip is more like me," she said. This straightforward remark revealed a great deal about how the two have changed to fit one another over time. Once seemingly diametrically opposed personalities, Joanna being more methodical and introspective, and Chip being more impulsive and audacious, have unexpectedly merged. Even though the spotlight never goes away, their progression demonstrates the depth of their relationship and their readiness to develop as a team. Chip and Joanna have also begun to prioritize their personal habits and well-being as their kids get older. They had never worked out together previously, but they started doing so in late 2024. These exercises promoted discipline, connection, and quality time away from work and parenting responsibilities in addition to physical conditioning. It signaled the beginning of a new phase in their personal lives, one in which mutual support and wellness were increasingly significant. However, there are drawbacks to their notoriety. Their family has benefited from it, but it has also drawn attention. Every action they do is scrutinized, and the pressure to be perfect can wear them down. Joanna and Chip, however, have not hidden their flaws. They have never professed to be the ideal parents or spouse. Rather, they keep sharing candid moments, whether it's the beauty in everyday routines, the emotional strain of raising teenagers, or the turmoil of everyday life. In addition to internal family conflicts, they had to cope with escalating issues over time, one of which they had no idea would have the potential to completely upend their existence. They started to come under scrutiny and criticism that went beyond design and house remodeling as their notoriety grew and their influence reached millions. Their generally stellar reputation was challenged by their commercial tactics, personal convictions, and legal blunders. The Gaines family's connection to Antioch Community Church in Waco, Texas, was the subject of one of the first and most talked about scandals. They have frequently frequented the church, which is well known for its strong Christian beliefs. The church received a lot of criticism for its overtly anti-LGBTQ views, even though that is not unusual in Texas. When an article by BuzzFeed News questioned whether Chip and Joanna agreed with their church leaders on issues like gay marriage and LGBTQ rights, it became a big deal. Some opponents questioned if the Gaines' decision to exclude any same-sex couples from Fixer Upper at the time was motivated by personal or religious bigotry. The couple's silence on the matter sparked more outrage even though they never openly denounced the LGBTQ community. Critics urged that public personalities with such a huge platform should explain their opinions, while supporters contended that the criticism was unjust and based on conjecture. Fans became divided as a result of the event. Some praised the Gaineses for upholding their religious principles, while others accused them of acting in an exclusive manner. Eventually, Joanna took a broader approach to the problem, saying in blog entries and interviews that their goal has always been to create an environment where everyone is accepted. But audiences seeking inclusive representation in popular media were particularly affected by the controversy. The Gaineses were embroiled in legal issues in 2017 in addition to disputes about their religious allegiance. Their company received a citation from the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, for breaking lead paint standards while renovating homes. The infractions concerned a number of residences that were repaired while Fixer Upper was being filmed. The EPA claims that Chip and Joanna's remodeling company did not follow the renovation, repair, and painting rule, which is a statute intended to prevent lead poisoning, particularly in residences constructed prior to 1978. The infractions included not covering vents and floors, processing waste improperly, and failing to give households the appropriate lead hazard leaflets. The Gaineses acted swiftly to resolve the issue even though they did not refute the accusations. In addition to agreeing to pay a $40,000 fine, they promised to create a video for the EPA that would help inform the public about safe restoration techniques when handling possible lead paint concerns. The pair responded by admitting their mistake and reaffirming their resolve to improve going forward. It was a wake-up call, this legal dispute. Despite being respected authorities on remodeling and design, they were subject to the law. Although the episode did not significantly harm their reputation, it did draw attention to the weight of their responsibilities as media personalities and business owners. Although it appears that the legal matter has been resolved, the truth may be more nuanced, since rumors have claimed that Chip Gaines is now facing serious consequences. This is where the most startling rumor comes into play. Chip Gaines is reportedly in major legal jeopardy once more, according to rumors on social media and speculative movies on the internet. He has been sentenced to life in jail, according to others, because of unsolved infractions pertaining to dangerous lead paint procedures used during home remodeling. But do these assertions have any basis in reality? Sensational YouTube videos that have gone viral in recent months seem to be the source of this notion. Using dramatic music, ambiguous narration, and deceptive images of courtrooms and mugshots, they quickly spread across platforms. The intention appears to be evident: to attract attention and elicit clicks, irrespective of accuracy. The actual 2017 legal dispute between the Environmental Protection Agency and Chip and Joanna's remodeling business is at the center of the claim. The matter was extensively covered at the time and then mostly forgotten as it was settled without any more legal issues. But this fact has been transformed into something far more dramatic by the rumor mill. The videos promoting the life sentence narrative frequently make reference to the initial EPA case before launching into fictitious allegations that Chip violated the settlement's conditions, leading to more sanctions and a life sentence. However, nothing resembling this has been reported by any credible news source. No court papers, arrest records, or official declarations exist to substantiate such a drastic development. This is confirmed by a cursory search of reliable news sources and public documents. Chip Gaines has not been charged with any new crimes by the EPA or any other federal or state agency. The couple's business, Magnolia, is still running smoothly. The notion that Chip is incarcerated has been refuted by his recent public appearances, which include interviews and updates regarding ongoing projects. Knowing how false information circulates is crucial, particularly in the digital era. Since the Gaineses are well known, any rumor of scandal is probably being overblown to get more views and clicks. A prime example of online hoax culture, where virality frequently trumps truth, is the so-called life imprisonment narrative. I'm going to be honest with you now. Distinguishing fact from fiction and exposing the true whereabouts of Chip and Joanna Gaines in the present, among all the online chatter and rumors. Chip Gaines is not behind bars, despite the outrageous rumors that are going across the internet. Certainly, he is not incarcerated for life. The 2017 lawsuit against the EPA was handled, settled, and concluded years ago. No arrests, no additional charges, and no court decision indicate otherwise. The online chatter and viral videos are completely baseless. They are motivated more by clickbait culture and conjecture than by reality. Chip and Joanna are actually still very much involved in their personal and professional lives. They are still in charge of their ever-growing Magnolia empire, which encompasses a wide range of commercial endeavors, from media production through the Magnolia Network to real estate development. The duo continues to be the focal point of everything. Their brand has expanded well beyond a straightforward home remodeling company. In keeping with their distinctive style and ideals, it currently consists of retail stores, eateries, coffee shops, a lifestyle magazine, and even a boutique hotel. Their most recent significant project, Hotel 1928 in Waco, Texas downtown, was highlighted in the television program Fixer Upper, The Hotel, a resuscitation of their own Magnolia Network's original programs. In addition to returning them to their restoration roots, this hospitality endeavor demonstrated their capacity to take on bigger, more ambitious projects while preserving the warmth and charm that their customers have always adored. In addition to their commercial success, Chip and Joanna have worked hard to prioritize their family and well-being. Prioritizing health and quality time, the pair started working out together for the first time in 2024. They are frequently spotted making public appearances that emphasize their grounded lifestyle, and they are still actively involved with their 5 children. The Gaines family's future appears to be centered on continued development, closer ties to one another, and upholding their moral principles. They intend to continue growing Magnolia through new endeavors while putting well-being in balance first. Regarding the widely circulated reports of incarceration, they are merely a rumor. and Joanna continue to be free, active, and firmly in charge of their lives, demonstrating that scandal and success are not always synonymous. What do you think of the widely circulated rumors regarding Chip Gaines' incarceration? Do you believe that people believe what they see online too quickly? Leave a comment below with your opinions.